Your first swing. Had a look at your grip. Make sure your left thumb is on the right side of the grip, and you can see two knuckles showing on the back of your left hand. Okay? You just looked like it was getting a little bit weak. Okay? Here's your first swing of the day. Now, I have not seen you in a number of weeks. So, what we're always doing is reviewing and then trying to move forward. Okay, so my first observations were on your backswing. Once you got to about this position here, the head is rotating fairly aggressively, and there's a definite loading action onto the right leg. Okay? Please note at the top of your swing that you're pretty broken down at the top of your swing. Okay, in other words, we just call it an overswing. All right, let's bring it down through impact. Not really where we're going today. Let's look at your setup position. Okay, so we had a little discussion on your posture. I'm going to split it up. We're going to go a few ahead. I'm not sure exactly where we just spent the time on the posture. Might have been here. There you go. Okay, there's your new posture. There's your old posture. Okay, so what you want to do in golf is bend from the hips. Bending from the hips simply means that you move your hips back, you keep your legs straight, and you try to create some sharp angles between your spine and your lower body. You want your arms to hang naturally. All right? Now, in this one here, you've created a lot of angle at this point. So let's just check your spine angle. Spine angle's 48 degrees. The angle from your belt buckle, or from your belt to your knee to the ball of your foot is 152. The angle here is 164. Okay, and your spine angle on this one is, spine angle on this one is about 56 degrees. Now, I would suggest that your spine comes over a little more on this one. Reason being, you look just a little bit straight. Okay? All right. But what we're trying to get rid of is excess knee bend, which will cause you to actually raise up through the ball. If you go down too low, then you only have one place to go, and that's up. Yeah. You won't be able to maintain this posture. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's go back to one of your first ones, or your first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump way forward. We're going to look at your swing from two different angles. Okay? Okay. Okay, here we go. Swing on the right. It's one of your early swings. We're going to take it back step by step. You're going to mark the outside of your head, the outside of your right hip. I like the way you get ready to hit your shot, Jeremy. Up, down, up, down. You know what? Everybody has their own little thing. Okay. So there's your swing from the front. Now, really, what we're watching here is a couple of things. You can see a lot more from down the line. What I want you to make note of is that there's a definite load onto the right leg, because now you can actually see the weight shift to the middle to outside of your right foot. Also, you can see the excess head movement. You can also see the fact that you're into an overswing. Okay? Now, we're going to compare what we've been working on from both angles. Okay, so address is position 1. Position 2 is where you take the club back to the middle of your right leg by just using a pendulum motion of your shoulders. Position 3. Now, in seeing what you do, you may or may not cock your left wrist in conjunction with your left arm going back. Some players do, some players don't. If this is a comfort zone for you, you have not cocked your left wrist yet. It's perfectly okay. No problem. Okay? What we do need to see at position 4 is an L. All right? Not below the L, not above the L. Okay, so let's go to position 4.
Some people cock their wrist later.
Correct. Well, Tiger Woods cocks his wrist at the top of his backswing or later in his swing. Some people cock their wrist in conjunction with their turn, and some people set their wrist right away. To be quite honest with you, the club doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so who cares? It's what's right for you. But also what I think is right for your body. Okay? Okay, position 4 is when your left arm is parallel to the ground and the shaft forms the top of the L. Okay, you want a 90-degree angle there. So you're pretty close. Okay, position 5 is simply to turn your left shoulder. Now, from position 3 to 4 to 5, you always want to be pushing your right arm out, which we call extensor action. Okay, your position 5 there is a little close to your body, but still, it's a world of difference from the one on the right. This is the most important move we got to get. Okay, let's flip this over before we time out. Okay, so let's have a look from behind. Okay, this is one of your earlier swings on the left, one of your later swings on the right. Okay, I'm going to ask you to drop your right arm very slightly because I'm seeing a lot of tension in your right arm. Your right arm needs to fold. For your right arm to fold, you do not want to have it rigid. Okay? So let's see a little bit of your left arm on the front of your right arm. All right? Okay, please note the difference in the posture. Okay, the one on the right, what you're going to do is now, in previous swings, Jeremy, we saw your hands go out, that one that didn't. But I do want you to note that in position 3, when the shaft is supposed to be parallel to the ground and parallel to your target line, please note yours is perpendicular to the target line. Okay, so that's why I suggest from position 3 that you consider extending your arms straight back, or extending the shaft straight back, and or cocking your left wrist straight up. Okay. Either way, whatever gets you there. Okay, so you're going to see the difference now very clearly. So 2, absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Okay? Now, swing plane means the shaft is pointing at the target line unless it's parallel to the ground. Please note where your shaft is pointing here. Okay? So as you continue, the shaft should go up your right forearm, and you should end up with, there you go, it should now be going through your bicep, which it is, as you approach position 4, which is absolutely perfect where you are. Okay? Now, we hope that's pointing at the ball, and everything, nothing could be better. That's absolutely perfect position there. All right? Okay, as you can see, you're very laid off at this point. Position 5. Okay, your arms just completely get away from your body. Well, you look like a wannabe John Daly, okay? All right, so now all I've asked you to do from 4 to 5 in the one on the left is simply turn your shoulders. But always keep pushing your right arm out, okay? Okay, that's what I want you to learn today. All right, a lot of it was review. It sounds like a lot of stuff, but a lot of it was review. When you come back with that, we will work on your downswing. We have 2 more lessons to do. Okay?